So have this ever happened to you? Basically, you've been on self-improvement and you finally stop doing bad habits. Like finally you mastered progressive overload. Now you've been slowly but surely you've been stop doing video games, playing video games, eating junk food, or like even if you like stop doing one habit, you're probably gonna know what I'm talking about. So let's say you stop playing video games and watching movies and all this like this type of stuff, like movies, video games, like watching series, and you, it's basically like identity of yours. Like you haven't been doing those stuff for like 8 months, let's say, but now all of a sudden you have an urge to play video games, but uh, you your identity is not letting you. Basically, you say no, you you but one day, like day after, a week after, you actually let into those habits. But then you stop, then you slowly going back into those bad habits. But why does this happen? Like, so you know how basically you've been consistent, but still, even though you're not doing those bad habits, you have to distract yourself from something, whether it's good or bad. Like you're, like you still train, you do your work, whatever that may be. You're reading, but you basically you can't just sit still and literally watch the ball. Basically, it's like, and you may think it's a good thing because it's you're killing your boredom. But let me tell you what actually that is. It's trauma. Like you probably know how does trauma like have do something like that. Why do you keep distracting yourself? Even like you can't sit and watch the wall. Let's say like how does the trauma like play into this? So like if you sit still, like imagine yourself like basically you can just pause the video and try this right now. Like literally just you know sit still, like go into your bed or lay down and just watch the wall or the ceiling. What's gonna happen is you're gonna start thinking about this like all this bad stuff that happened to you, like you've been hit as a kid, or you maybe this argument you had like 2 or 3 years ago, maybe it could be something that happened yesterday or whatever, like something bad. And you may think is okay, that's like some random thought, right? You just like your mind is wandering, you know it's just mind wandering. You just get these random thoughts. Well, actually, every thought has a reason. So whenever something bad happened to you, like you've been conditioned to do this as a kid, but basically, whenever something happened to you, like you've been hit in school, or you had this argument, whatever, which made you feel like scared or uncomfortable. So what you did is, and you've been conditioned to do this, like I said, basically you tell yourself, nah, this isn't that bad. I'm like brave. Like you're not letting you feel those emotions, and why? So imagine, like you probably related to this. Like, have you ever did something bad as a kid? Then your parents hit you, and then you start crying. Let's say like you feel sad because it's hurting, and you're scared, and they say, Don't cry, or I'm gonna give you a reason to cry," or like your dad or mom said something like that. Then you try to stop crying, but it's not working, and you basically, every time that happens, you slowly conditioning yourself to not let feel emotion all the way. So let me give you the definition of trauma, like now that we're gonna use. Definition of trauma is not basically emotions that we haven't felt all the way. So we've been, like I said, we've been conditioned as a kids, like to stop, to stop crying, to stop feeling sad or scared, and like whenever you I don't know, you tell your mom, oh, there's a monster in the closet, and she tells you, no, no, sweetie, it's not. You shouldn't feel scared about it. Like, yeah, it feels right, to say that to a kid. Like, it feels right that they shouldn't feel scared, because it's a bad emotion, of course. But imagine this, like, this is the concept I'm gonna give you, and this is 100% true. When you don't feel your emotion all the way, like when your parents tell you to stop crying or stop feeling sad or stop feeling scared, like as a kid, you know how been conditioned, but basically it's basically that emotion that you haven't felt all the way is stuck with you, and that moment that something bad happened is stuck with you, and now what happened is basically like whenever you're not distracted, whenever you're just basically just sitting and watching the wall or something, like basically you do nothing, like there's no friction, you're basically in your room, like silent room, doors closed, you're laying in bed watching the ceiling, all these like bad thoughts come up, and like when you've been hit as a kid, you remember that, or you've been bullied in school, or there's this one instance where you tried to talk to your crush and didn't go very good, you felt awkward, or this embarrassing moment, all this, and it's because, and we try to push those thoughts away, like because we think that's right, like, no, I just got over that. No, you didn't. Like, if you uh, if you still think about the stuff, like bad stuff that happened to you, you still have that same feeling that you had like before, like not the same, but little less, but it feels much less bad, but you're still feeling that like scarcity or sadness, whatever. You Where I was going with this? Basically, it's stuck with you. So, uh, what you need to do is just sit down. Like this is like basically the only thing you need to do. There's no like some science fiction, but basically this is the only thing you need to do, and that is you just sit down. Literally, just take 10 minutes. Like you do this like progressive overload. Like you just sit or lay down in your bed, like no music, not anything, not coffee like before this, or you can have coffee before or after, but basically just no friction. You just lay down in bed, no phone. You put phone far away from you or in the other room, whatever, so you cannot hear any notifications. And basically just lay down or sit down, just watch your wall, watch your ceiling, and once this like some bad thought comes up, like something that happened to you like years before, maybe like week ago, like it doesn't matter, like just some awkward moment or something bad when you felt scared, whatever, you just sit down. If it's like some scary moment, basically what you do is just let yourself like feel the emotion that you feel that you had back then, like, and you have right now, like when you get that thought, just let yourself feel that emotion and say, okay, this was scary. Like if like simple as that. Just like, yeah, just tell yourself, okay, this was scary. Like, and everything to know this is bullshit. Like you need to stop feeling this emotion. But listen, just those those thoughts are gonna come back and it's gonna haunt you, and you're never gonna get rid of them, and you're gonna feel miserable. But now, basically, just like I said, just literally simple as this. Like simple process. Like just sit down, lay down. You have like something that made you feel sad, like before. It just let feel that emotion. Say, okay, this was sad. Like simple as that. Just tell yourself, okay, this was sad, and just let yourself feel that emotion. Then the thought is gonna go away, and then there's gonna go some scary memory or some awkward memory, some embarrassing. And just say, okay, yeah, this felt awkward. This made me feel embarrassed. This made me feel scared. This made me feel sad. Whatever the thought is, or like you can even be a reader, just like a reader, say, okay, this made me feel bad. Like if you maybe it's gonna happen, but you don't know what exactly you felt, like you don't know what you're feeling right now. Just tell yourself then, like, don't overcomplicate it. Just tell yourself like, okay, this was bad. This made me feel very bad. But now, like, now you're doing this, like you're gonna maybe some same thought, like same memory is gonna come up like 20 times until you like 20 30 times until you like until it was gone, until it's gonna be gone. So like and once the same thought is gonna come like 20, 30 times, and you're not gonna feel it anymore. Congratulations, you remove one trauma. And now you probably ask yourself, okay, how is this gonna help you? Like you're like healing your trauma. Like okay, how? So basically, how is this helping you? Is like once you can sit down and just like not feel these bad emotions and what's happening actually is you try to distract yourself. And how are you gonna distract yourself? There's only two ways. A bad way, which is go play your video games or eat some junk food. Like you may not take this, but you just try to distract yourself from like these bad thoughts that you have. And the other thing that you're gonna do is something good, like doing work. You're gonna meditate. You're gonna like. Go to the gym. Like that's like when you remove these all bad habits. But thing is, like eventually, it that's not gonna work anymore, and you're gonna start distract yourself with bad stuff. And that's the whole point. Like you're good. At some point, even though you removed your like junk food from your habits or playing video games, you're gonna come back to that eventually because sometimes it's not gonna be enough of a friction, and then you're gonna be in rut for 4 months. You're gonna feel miserable again. But this way, like once you removed your this traumatizing thoughts like that happened to you before, it's you're gonna stop. You're gonna like just stop like wanting those bad things because you're gonna um, you won't have reason to because like look at this way, like basically the only reason why we do this like bad habits, like try to distract ourselves, is basically we want to we want to stop thinking about this like bad things that happen to us. And that's basically the whole point. Like if you found this video and you watched it all the way, congratulations, you have like better attention span than 90% of the people. I on purpose don't edit these videos because it's me because like once you have hear like all these gunshots in video and all this like boom bang, it, you're slowly draining your attention span. But all this is just me freestyle talking about giving you advice and you trying to improve your life, and that's and congratulations to you, bro. Like if you're if you're a girl, like for some reason here, congratulations to you too. But yeah, once you start doing this stuff, you're gonna heal yourself from trauma, and it's gonna make your life much more easier. And this is like the key to self improvement, really. Like we try to find like even though like when we stop doing like these bad habits, we're gonna come back to them eventually, and we're gonna be a rut for some time. We're gonna use progressive overload, of course. We can use the progressive overload to like get out of these bad habits and go back to the new ones. But if you don't heal trauma, you just keep going back here. If once you remove trauma, there's gonna be like you're gonna there's gonna be chance that like 5 times uh, uh, five times you're gonna be better at this. Like you're gonna stop doing these bad habits. Anyways, if this video helped you, I have course like down below in the comments, and also there's their whole community there. It's only like 50 euros. You can like talk to people who has the same mindset as you and they want to improve. I'm gonna see you in the next one.